Towle the Towel Man here with my top 5 Funkos of 2016 that I bought, I think. Tagged by Franklin F.M. McGinnis. Start with number 5 is, you guys, Madcap Chase. It's my first. Why? Because it's my first chase that I found on my own, and you should have saw the reaction I had on Friday the 13th on my video, and that explains a lot right there. So this one right here, he's awesome. You can just see why he's one of my favorites. Plus, he's my first chase. I purchased a couple online of chase figures, but this is the first actually one I went and got myself. So that does mean quite a bit. So that's why he's my number 5. Second one, number 4 is Dark Maul, because this was my first pop I got in trade, and this is how I started really connecting with Franklin F. McGinnis. We really hit it off. After that, we just been helping each other out left and right. So, and I look at it and remind me of him, and it reminds me of that that's the first time I really felt like I was part of the community. It was this one. So that's why, I mean, his eyes are pretty cool. I mean, not just, it's a little cement, like all the ones I picked tonight are kind of mean something a little bit too. So, and that's why, because it really kicked. I think I really felt like I was something, part of something. So that's number 3 is one of my all-time favorite characters. That, well, I have 2 of them, but Chewbacca, and I love Chewbacca and Han Solo just together because they're so good buddies. But this was my first subscription box one and flop version, and it's Chewbacca. I mean, come on, people. It's Chewie. So Chewbacca he's been my favorite forever. I just love Chewbacca. He was awesome. Number 2 is Pink and White Hearts Harley Quinn. Reason why, well, it's Harley for one, and the other one, it reminds me of a struggle my mother went through for breast cancer, and she fought, and she won. So it reminds me, and it also reminds me of it always could be worse. So that's why it's my favorite, because it reminds me of her time with struggling, and that everything could be worse right now than it is. So. And she's Harley Quinn. On a happier note, she's Harley Quinn. Come on, people. And number 1 is, you guys are going to laugh at this one, but it's Ray Hot Topic exclusive. The reason why is because this is what started this whole madness of Pops, is her. Is because I bought her opening night on a whim, just because she was Star Wars and it was Hot Topic exclusive, and it was Ray. I didn't know who it was at the time. Who the heck's Ray? And bought it anyway. So, and I love the character anyway. So she's sweet, but just started this madness off. So looking at her, and my girlfriend agrees. This one just don't you, hon? This one did this start off the madness.
Absolutely, that's what started the whole bloody mess.
What did I say before this one? I hated Pops.
Yeah, for months you kept saying, "Oh, I don't like the Pops. They're funny looking. I don't like the way their head is shaped."
And then, but deep down inside, I knew if I got one, it would be over. Truthfully, that's why I didn't like them. It wasn't because I hated them. It's just because I knew this would be behind me. Because we're almost at 200, so when we get to 200, we're doing fine. And I got one more thing. I'm cheating. I have to bring this one up. Eugene Mystery Mini. This is one of my first exclusive ones I got. So, and I love this one. And I truthfully think he's the one that gets killed. I hate to say that, but I think it's Eugene. I hate to spoil anything.
I hope you're wrong.
Well, I have a feeling because he was awful strong at the end of the last.
Yeah.
And
finally got into his own.
I think they overheard him talking to his group about things. About before you know what I mean. I don't want to spoil it if no one has seen it. But if you haven't seen it, what's your top 5, hon?
Oh. Well, I thought long and hard about this, and I decided to go with some things to start with that really kind of remind me of some of my good times when I was a kid. So, my first one is Gizmo. And, well, I mean, Gizmo was just like, he was everywhere in the 80s.
Yep.
But he was also one of the cutest characters I've ever seen in what I guess is being classified as a horror movie. Number 4, although Towle seems to think these are separate pops, they came in the same box, is Snoopy and Woodstock. And I think these are my favorites because when I was a kid, growing up, I mean, this was, you know, before they had all the VHS tapes and the DVDs, and we didn't have cable where I lived. So we used to spend all year looking forward to the different holiday episodes of Peanuts. And somehow just the idea of having my very own Snoopy and Woodstock makes me very happy.
They are cute.
They are number 4 on my list. Number 5, number 3 is Batman. And again, this is another one that brings back a lot of good memories from when I was a kid. This was the very first video game I ever played on my very first game system, the Atari 2600. Yeah! And everybody in my house hated playing this with me because I would sometimes go hours without dying. So that was number 3. Number 2 is Sam Winchester. And it's just the plain old regular Sam Winchester. And I know there's a lot of variations of him out there. There's like the FBI one and his tuxedo, which, okay, yeah, it's on my wish list. But this Sam reminds me of the first season of the show. You know, when he's got his demon knife. So okay, maybe season 3. But this reminds me of how the whole thing got started, and I have been a huge Supernatural fan since the very first episode. So that's 11 years of my life, people, that have been, you know. And number 1 is Dean Winchester. And you know, I know there's a lot of in some of the Supernatural fan communities, there's a lot of, oh, I'm a Dean girl, I'm a Sam girl. Honestly, I really like them both the same, but one of them had to be number 1, and the other one had to be number 2, and exactly, it's Dean. So, you know. Now, I'm also going to cheat, and I'm going to put up my favorite mystery mini that we purchased in 2016.
Yeah, purchase, alright.
And, it is Gym Teacher Dean.
See, that's before I learned.
Now, anybody who has seen Supernatural, in particular this episode, this epic episode where Dean actually wore shorts on screen for the very first time, only time actually, I believe, and he's got his little dodgeball, and they were at at the high school they used to go to at one point when they were kids. and he was posing as the gym teacher. And so
Gym teacher Dean.
I really, really wanted this. This one was a Hot Topic exclusive. I think we bought like 3 cases of the darn things and got so many repeats, but this one we could not get. And so,
They flipper prices.
yeah, totally finally broke down and paid a flipper price for Gym Teacher Dean. But he knew how much I wanted him, and he knew how happy it would make me, so he spent the money. That is my top 5.
And a bonus.
And a bonus. So
I have to tag 3 people, so I'm going to start with Simply Incredible Podcast, and then Funko J, and Laugh Sparrow. That's who I'm going to tag. And this was fun. I had a heck of a time trying to figure out which ones I wanted, but to pick, I have quite a few of them still. But Ray, yeah. I was thinking about the GameStop Ray, because that one with the helmet's awesome, but this one, this what started this whole madness off. So I guess this one means a lot more to me than that one, because that one, just bought that one. So, yeah. This is Towle the Towel Man saying I had a great evening. I gotta get my towel. My custom towel for my channel. Hopefully I don't knock over the camera. This is Towle the Towel Man throwing a towel, and have a good evening. Peace out.